Hey guys, I'm back with another video on the Fluval Evo 13.5. So today is going to be an update on the coral, the fish. Well, I'm going to cover as much as I can in the space of, well, try and keep it under 10 minutes if I can, but I highly doubt that will be even possible. And I've actually got a new coral, I'll get to that in just a moment. So yeah, I'm going to go through filtration, the pump, the coral line now, get it starting to spread, the fish, the coral, everything. So let's jump right in. So starting off with the coral, because that's the main thing I've got new. So last night, it was about, left at 6:30 to go to Eastbourne, went to this guy, and he's actually got a tank. It's in between 200 and 300 litres, aquam tank, got decent lighting over it, decent tank, but has hundreds, maybe probably thousands of heads of pulse coral. It's just he's got so much pulse coral in there. It's another thing as well, it's super cheap. £5. £5 for that frag. Well, we've got 3 frags, there we've got £10 for 3 frags of, especially this kind of pulse coral as well. It was in Brighton, which is the closest, well, the only place that I could find that has pulse coral. It's called Paraquatics in Brighton. They've got, it's a little bigger than that. It's got about 40 heads, 50 heads on it. And I'd say it's, exact same kind as that, but just bigger. 45 quid. That's, that's way too much. I didn't want to spend that kind of money, especially for just one frag, because my dad was thinking of getting some as well. And yeah, that was just way too expensive. So we looked on eBay, any online shops, if there was this kind that we wanted for cheaper, and a name just popped up on eBay for £5 a frag. He's got loads of it, so if you look on eBay, search up pulse coral, pulsing Xenia, whatever, and it should come up. It's going to Eastbourne, which is fairly close to where I am, which is lucky. It's only about 15-20 minutes drive, so it didn't take that long to get there. And then we got back. We didn't need to acclimate it to the tank because salinity was pretty much the same. Temperature wouldn't have dropped in 15-20 minutes. Well, it would have, but 0.3, 0.4 degrees, and it's a soft coral. It's not a really expensive fish, and it's £5 as well, and it's super close. So yeah, I'm surprised that was super cheap. Anyway, yeah. We got it in a tank, just straight in. I actually got it angled more upwards, so it was pretty much straight up. But the crab, where is that crab anyway? He's in there somewhere. See if you spot him. There's a crab in there, a blue-legged hermit crab, which doesn't even look blue-legged. Moved it a little bit, but he's actually made it better for once. He's actually done something successful, and he's moved my pulse coral a tiny bit. It's kind of adjusted the rock that it's on, which is a piece of live rock. I'll get a close up of it in just a minute. And yeah, somehow he actually helped, and it's more against the rock now, the main this whole big lump of rock. So hopefully it starts growing on there. Yeah, maybe the clownfish will host it, but I don't know. I think they'll host that. They might host that GSP, but I don't know, because they kind of like sticking around this side. And as I'm saying that, this clownfish is going mental because he thinks I'm gonna feed. Look, if I put my finger in, they just go mad. Stupid. And yeah, let's get to that close up right now. So let me just take the camera off the tripod. Right, so here it is here. On camera, it might look a little bit brown, but it's actually quite pink. Well, as you can see on the thumbnail, it is quite pink. It's kind of a paley pink, which is, you're not going to get any pinker than that. Well, you might, but for stupid money. So this is the cheapest and the best looking pulse coral that I could find. Trust me, we looked everywhere, every shop and every place as far as Brighton, and literally all the fish shops, and finally on Eastbourne, just this guy. And then we got him. About 20 heads on there. Is that 20? Well, now I look at it close. Nah, maybe 20, 30, maybe close to 30 heads. Anyway, it is quite small for the price of it. So, well, yeah. is very cheap for the price. Well, no, the size of it, only about 20-30 heads. I would actually put a price on that, maybe 10, at least £10. Maybe higher, still like 20. But yeah, I guess we got lucky there. It's only been in, it hasn't even been in there for about 24 hours. About 20 hours it's been in there. So nearly a day, and it's out pretty much all the way. But tomorrow it might be a little more out, like fully, completely all the way out. And hopefully this rock doesn't move, because we was going to putty it today. But I realised that that's actually a good position, and my dad said that it looks pretty much wedged in there. And I guess I could agree, it looks pretty much wedged. And that crab doesn't really seem that interested in it anymore, because it's kind of, I guess he's realised that it's stuck there, and he's kind of left it now. And he's off scavenging again. So, yeah, is that it to say about the pulse coral? Yeah, pretty much it. But one more thing I want to show you, which is probably my favourite thing about pulse coral, especially this coral, this particular coral. It's got a special thing to it. So what we'll do is we'll turn this main pump off, which is the top surface agitation, and the P300, which is the little mini pump there, off. And if we just wait about 20-30 seconds, this should start doing something very cool. Well, it's not very cool, but no other coral does this, as far as I'm aware. So let's just zoom in a little bit. So if you look at the heads, they start to do a pulsing. That's why it's got its name, a pulse coral, with it. It pulses in, has to be pretty much no flow. So in the wild, there's going to be pretty much constant flow, especially in like shallow reefs. It's going to be a lot of flow from like waves and that. So you rarely see this. So yeah, it's just a very cool thing. So when I'm feeding, I'll have all the flow off, and then I'll feed. Things in the tank. Oh, Jesus, I'm not yet. It's a couple hours until a second feed, and yeah, this thing just starts doing pulsing, and it's just so relaxing to watch. Really slow moving, very calm. It's not like really fast. It's really gentle, slow movement, and imagine that when it's fully extended, well, fully grown. Well, it doesn't ever get fully grown, but imagine when that's really big, loads, like hundreds of heads just pulsing. That look really nice. And especially when it starts to get bigger, its colour might go a tiny bit more pink. Again, it has just gone in, but yeah, it's doing great. So let's turn the flow back on, and let's move on to our fish. So clownfish are doing absolutely amazing. Growth is very rapid, especially on this larger one here, the mist bar. What was his name? Tidal, he's doing alright. Growing, no jumping. Well, as far as I'm aware, no jumpers yet. Actually, I think one of them jumped, but that was as soon as I got him. No jumping, it didn't matter. It doesn't matter anyway, because I've got a nice little lid. Well, there's a little hole there, but I doubt he'll even get through there. And you can't really get into the sump. Even if you did, they'd probably be fine because there's water in there anyway. And yeah, clownfish doing great. Not paired yet, but that's good. That'll take a couple more months until they're fully paired, like completely together. So see this space here? They're not always completely apart at the moment, but I bet the next 3-4 months, always together, always sleeping together, exactly the same spot, hosting possibly the pulse coral, the GSP, or anything else that I put in there. I'm not 100% sure anything yet, but yeah, they're doing it absolutely amazing. Same with the damselfish. Where is he? He's up here, he's hiding. Can't hide from me. Stop running. But there he is, he's doing great. I haven't seen much growth on him, but he's not going to get very big like the clownfish. He's going to stay 2 inches maximum. Biggest one I've probably ever seen is 2 inches. But yeah, it'll never get that big. It'll probably get a tiny bit bigger than that, and that's it. But it's pretty much, that's good. But I don't want anything in here getting way too big. So yeah, he's doing great. Everything in the tank's on Spectrum pellets, which is good. The probiotic version, which is the newest version, is really good. Always on that. Eat loads of it as well, which is good. And yeah, that's the fish. Crab, I just kind of went over him. He's being a bit annoying with little rocks, but he'll probably leave that alone now. But yeah, he is eating any leftover food that, you know, hits the bottom, or probably algae, which has actually got quite a bit of it in the tank. But tank's going through that stage where there's going to be quite a lot of growth of stuff going, meaning coralline, which is actually, I'll get to that in a bit, which is also on the back wall. And diatoms, which is pretty much fully gone. Haven't really been getting much diatoms the past few weeks. Haven't need to puff through the sound or siphon the sound or anything. It's been alright. Pretty much zero diatoms. Just I've gone from diatoms to algae now, which is yeah. The crab hasn't shredded its skin, but it's due shed in next week. But the shrimp actually shed its skin. You see a bit of red on the sand bed. That's actually some of his skin that he's actually eating. Actually, you might see him now. He's probably, yeah, I think he's eating some of his skin at the moment now. And yeah, the conch is doing great. Nothing much for him to eat. He'll probably eat algae. Won't eat coralline because there's not really much diatoms in there. There might be some deeper beneath, like underneath it, but I don't know. He's always everywhere. Like just a moment, I swear, just a moment ago he was right there, and he's all the way over there. Snails are also doing great. Always nearly constantly moving. This one's stayed there for quite a while. I was actually getting quite annoyed with the conch there. Yeah, coralline's actually starting to grow quite a bit now. So if you look on here, I got pink circles on the edges of the rock. Pretty much every rock has a little bit of pink on it. Down here, pink, pink, pink. That hasn't got much, but pink. This is probably the most coralline pink. And that's obviously came off the frag plugs of GSP or the shells of, you know, the snails. The snails actually had quite a bit on them. And yeah, it's actually, I think that this might be coralline on the back wall as well. Just the white spots. That actually started off with only 2 of them, but now it's actually quite a lot of them. There's about 10 of them in there now, which is actually quite a bit. So I think I've covered pretty much everything. Filtration's doing great. Changing that pad out once, maybe once every 4, well, tops of 4 days. Switched that out yesterday, I think. Yeah, yesterday. Let's see, it's quite white. If you look through that hole, it's still quite white, so that'll go 4 days, and I'll switch it out again. And I'm fully loaded. So here I've got literally loads of them pre-cut, fit to size, so it's easier, so I don't have to cut them every time. So that should last me probably another month. So I have to cut some more, which takes about 5 minutes. So yeah, I think that'll do it for this video. Again, I would never hit 10 minutes, so I'm at 13:10 now. And yeah, so next week I probably won't have any more corals. Might be another update on something. I'll find a video something to do on, or it probably won't be another care guide video, because I want to leave it a little longer. Probably the video after next, which will be might be another care guide video. I'm not 100% sure yet, but yeah, you'll see me in a week on another video. So bye.